Peace and blessings, family. Shout out to all my troopers out there, man. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Today I'm gonna be doing a review of apology from a lady named Courtney Michelle on the Lapeef Let's Talk show. Okay, now this is what I want to say about Courtney. Okay, Courtney is labeled as a pick-me. All right, she's a single parent mother. She had a relationship and she has admitted to being a homewrecker. So she decided to give her ex boyfriend a call so that she can talk, so she could apologize to him for not treating him right. Okay? Now, at the end of the day, like I said, these are the stats right here. These are her stats, and she's obviously wanting to get remarried based off what she said, and she's looking to do the work. But the reason why I'm reviewing this video, gentlemen, is because, all right, you're gonna have a lot of women out here that say they changed. You're gonna have a lot of women out here who are bringing baggage to the table, and they telling you, no, I can be, I could be good, I could, these type of things, right? And at the end of the day, it's up to you to be able to decipher if what she's saying is actually true, or if she really wants something bad right now, like when kids really want ice cream and they say, I promise I'm gonna eat my dinner, and then dinner come around and you like, what's going on with those veggies? You didn't eat all your food. You promised you'll eat all your food. You know what? Don't worry about it. As a parent, I'll never make that mistake again. So that's why I'm reviewing this video. So I want you guys to listen to this conversation that they decided to put out. And I want to hear your comments, questions, and concerns when we finish. Let me see here. All right, let's check it out.
I wanted to talk about single motherhood. And I had this whole spiel about what I was going to say, and I decided not to. I decided to be transparent, and I decided to bring on the man that is the father of my child. His name is Jonathan. Um, he is an amazing man, and we have a story, an interesting story, but something that I cherish. And so I want to bring him on. Um, I think in the shows before, I talked about me wrecking my home, and something that was interesting that before um, he told me when I left, he said, hey, you wrecking the home. I didn't understand it then. I do understand it now. And I just want to tell this story because I think it's important to say, because I know a lot of people are in my situation. And let's try to grow, be better, and see how we can make it better. So, yeah, Jonathan, you
Hey,
here?
I am here. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here.
Hi. All right. So
All right, so let's just stop here.
I don't.
Let's let
I
me see.
know
I'm gonna let
you
her let
know
play.
that I do.
So let's stop here. Now, for the men and for the women, let me say this, okay? Let's be very clear. Hoop earrings, big hoop earrings are a no-no, okay? A bunch of makeup is a no-no, all right? Um, so these are things that, especially, light-skinned women trying to cover up blemishes or whatever the case may be, um, this is something that we have to be mindful of when it comes to dealing with women, because a lot of times makeup is used to hide something. Um, it's we don't need all of this makeup. All right, it's plenty of red pills about makeup and tattoos and hoop earrings. You know, if you are a woman out there and you looking to get with a man, the best chance that you're gonna have to get in the type of man that you want is working on boosting your natural beauty without makeup. Let's keep listening.
This. And I don't know if you've watched, but you've been a topic of discussion.
And I don't know if that's a nose ring or if that's a marking from a nose ring that she took out, but she also needs to take that out as well. And this is why I also say, like, Courtney is coming on the show and there's men on the panel, right? And she's saying that she want a man, and it's like a lot of these brothers are not really red pill. You understand? They're not really red pill. And it's cool, right? A lot of these men are on a high value bandwagon or, something like that. And so they don't have the mechanics of the game, right? In terms of long-term commitment, what you looking for in a woman, red flags in a woman, the selection process. Everybody want to try out for the team. Everybody not going to make the team. So what is the process that you go through in selecting your players? A lot of men are not privy to these things because right now it's just cool to be a man and have a microphone, but a lot of the fundamentals that come with the game, a lot of men are missing that. See, somebody should have told Courtney, because Courtney's on a quest. Somebody should have told her about the makeup, the nose ring, and the earrings, and these type of things. All right, let's keep listening.
Discussion a couple times because sometimes people are like, well, who is he? And she's a single mom and she a baby mama. And, so I get that. And um, for me, I don't consider myself a baby mama. It took me a minute to say I'm a single mother because I'm not. I have the best support. You, you've been there the entire time. So I want to.
Now I understand what she's saying here to sound good to him and to make him feel special. But for men out here on the dating market, for Courtney and women like Courtney, you are a baby mama. You was never married to this man. You are a single parent mother. Men don't care about all of this. All of these labels don't matter to men. Oh, you got a daughter already? All right, why would I want to deal with anything like that? All right, so I understand that she's pumping herself up and pumping him up in terms of how they co-parent together. But if that's the case, they should get back together because none of these things matter to men on the open market. You understand? You still coming with that baby from another man. Let's keep listening.
Give you a voice because sometimes I think that men like you are silenced and you shouldn't be. So I want to ask you a couple questions. I want you to be honest and let's just see how this rolls.
All right, I'm down.
All right. So in previous shows, I said that I wrecked my home because, I left. And the reason why I left was I was like, we are in a whole toxic relationship. But back then, I didn't take accountability to the fact that I was the toxic one. So I want to know how you felt. How did you how did you feel when I left the home?
I would say, first I would say that you were not the toxic one.
Well, I would say this, man. There is a lot of regret that I have. Um,
I would say that not just you with that, has regret in this situation. Regret looks different, depends on who it's coming from. The biggest thing is now, some odd years later, we know hindsight vision is 2020. We both look back, and ultimately, when two people, create something new, you got two people that don't have children, then you create something together. Um, that means a lot. So,
I knew I was going to do this, Jonathan.
yeah, you don't want me to do it. No,
I'm a whole emotional little lady. But regardless of that, the one thing that I knew was I never have, even when we were fighting back and forth, our daughter was number one priority.
Yeah.
And I never did anything for her not to be with you.
See, a lot of this stuff is self-congratulatory. It's like it's more feel goods. It's not the reality of the meat of the conversation. But that's partly Jonathan's fault. Like, there's a lot of space for him to lead the conversation, but he's not, because Jonathan's probably blue pill, which doesn't make him any lesser of a man. It's just that when it comes to dealing with women, you understand, there's a certain level of there's a certain way in which you have to be, which is you have to be a leader. And in order to be a leader, you have to hold people accountable. And so what I'm saying is that, like I said, the way Courtney Michelle is packaging herself is like she wants to be a wife. She wants to be she wants to do that again. She wants to be married. Okay? But you can't get anywhere by always calling yourself a queen or always patting yourself on the back, not really and truly analyzing yourself. So you can see when she talked about being a baby mama, she was trying to put a positive spin on it. You can see that, well, I never did this. I did a lot of messed up stuff, but I never did this and I never did that. And, it's all like pats on the back when, yeah, you never did that, but you definitely took the family through a lot. You get here Jonathan talking about the legalities, right? And he said, I still care for you. Did she turn around and say, I still care for you? No, she did not. So here's the problem. The problem is, like when Kevin Samuels say, go back, and he's like, to your man, she don't need to be with no new man. She need to be with Jonathan. Jonathan is saying, I still love you. The legalities and everything we had to go through, but I still care for you. So at the end of the day, if Courtney Michelle made a little bit of effort, showed a little bit of real emotions, not the crying where you can barely wipe any makeup off, right? This is the problem with makeup, is that let's say you do want to cry. You should be able to cry without having to pat your eyes because your clown face is coming off. You should be able to have a full functioning life. You should be able to jump in water without worrying about your hair puffing out. You should be a human, not a mannequin, right? But yeah, so let's keep listening.
And that I would never do that. Like, she's a whole daddy's girl. You spoil her to death, to the point where I'd be having to call you, be like, stop.
Well, right there, you out of pocket. See, you out of pocket.
I'm actually telling, stop.
Yeah.
You treating her too good.
But you do. And she's a big daddy's girl. And it's interesting because we're not in the same household, but how we parent her, it is kind of like we are.
See, it's more delusion. It ain't kind of like you are. You're not in the same household. Ain't no kinda. See, it's still delusion. It's a lot of delusion going on here.
Like when you have her half the week, I have her half the week. But even when you don't have her, you guys are FaceTiming, talking throughout the entire day. When she get in trouble, I'm like, I'm calling your dad. She be like, don't. I be like, Jonathan. And I think it's like kind of vice versa. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I do. And then you did mention she's a daddy's girl.
It doesn't matter if he feels that way or not. What happens is this: women try to lead when they should be nurturers, and and I could tell you guys that women are leaders too, because they are. But if I tell you that without me giving you the knowledge and the science, and you actually studying and understanding the knowledge and the science, it won't make sense. But the women should take direction from the men, the children should take direction from the women, and the men should take direction from a higher source, from God. Now, what I'm saying is that basically she said all of this uh, about not feeling like, saying she gonna call Jonathan or whatever, and asking him, does he feel like they are still all under the same roof, even though um, they're not. And Jonathan, once again, is gonna tell her what she wants to hear. If Jonathan felt like it would be the same under two different roofs than one roof, he wouldn't have told you was a home wrecker when y'all first broke up.
But and I would say honestly, that's what helped out a lot. Of course, boy or girl, you want to be there for your child, but the fact that my firstborn was a girl, me setting that example as a man and as her dad, really means a lot to me. Um, so that's it was really impactful as far as me maturing and adapting to a new lifestyle and everything, and just try all efforts to make it work, most importantly.
Yeah,
But yeah, I would definitely agree.
she's a daddy's girl. Well, let me ask you a question. And this is about a conversation that we had, say, a little bit over a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
where we were on the phone and like the big baby I am was crying. Um, but it was a conversation where I apologized to you. Do you remember this conversation?
I do.
So I apologized to you because I didn't treat you right. And
How did you treat him wrong? We want to know. We want to know the stuff that you did where you treated him wrong. I see all those tattoos. I see the hoop earrings. I know you talk about it sometime on the show, but come on, let's go. This is what I'm saying, gentlemen. Listen, I've been in I've been in professional development, career development, personal development programs all the time. And one of the things that they will have you do in these programs is they'll have you call your loved ones and people like that, and they'll have you make amends with people from the past. And I'm going to just say this: there's a lot of superficiality. There's a lot of people who have to learn how to eat crow. People have to learn how to apologize, because people people have to learn how to ask for forgiveness. Because a lot of times what people want to do is they still want to point out when they was right or when they was wrong, or things that they are proud of themselves, things that make them feel good, while at the same time trying to say, I was wrong for doing that, but at least I did this. And so a lot of times the reason why Courtney is not where she want to be and is until you stop with all the caveats. And I'm saying women do this, gentlemen. If you have a conversation with women who have been on the carousel, who are baby mamas and single mothers, see, like, women talk sweet. But when she say she didn't do him right, it was nothing sweet about that. So you meeting Courtney, she's talking sweet. She's saying, oh yeah, I apologize. And she's always patting herself on the back like, we do a great. You got to be able to see these things, which is why I'm playing it, because I think a lot of times in the red pill community, what we tend to do is we pick out the most obvious glaring thing and be like, see. But dudes get caught up in situations like this. This is the reality of it, where you have a woman going back out on the market, and she's almost saying the right things, but if you red pill aware, she got more red flags in the Chinese parade. And if you attune your listening a little bit, you can see once again that she wants something. I'm not mad at women. Like I've never been mad at people for what they want. But I always say, what's the consequences? You can eat all the candy you want to eat. If you get cavities, you get cavities. That's what comes with it 95% of the time. You want to do drugs, do all the drugs you want to do, but it's consequences for your actions. Now, if you saying, you know what, I want to get married, you can want to get married, but there are consequences. There's probably some guy out there who will marry Courtney, of course. Will it be the guy she wants? Because I have this feeling that she could go back to this man. So what is she looking for, and why is she looking for that? And she's in her epiphany phase. So all of this is the epiphany phase. Hot girl summer in the 20s, you broke the family up. Now you in your epiphany phase. If you was really concerned about being the woman that you say you want to be, stop looking for something out there, because she really is lying. She really is looking for the bigger and better deal. She really has been turned out by the streets. She was for the streets at one point. And so at the end of the day, all the things that she seen while she was out there, she still want that. She don't want Jonathan, but she need Jonathan. Let's keep listening.
And then you told me that you were proud of me. Oh, God. I'm such a sissy.
No, it's all right. You're doing good. Doing good.
Thank you. So, but you said that you were proud of me, and I was like, what are you proud of me for? And I didn't understand it. So let's go back to that conversation when, I apologized to you and you said you was proud of me.
That's pretty much where I want to stop at, because it's more the same thing. It's more of this idea of, why were you proud of me? Like I feel like I've seen Courtney before. Not her in particular, but I feel like I've seen her before. No lie. Like, I've seen her personality before. And here's the thing. This is, I apologize, I didn't treat you right. How much of this video was about her not treating Jonathan right? Like 5%, because she don't really want to deal with that. Now, I'll give Courtney all the credit in the world for at least the attempt. She attempted. She's starting. But there's a lot more work to do. And the problem with people is that people are suckers, man. People are so easy. Right now, she's pushing. She's looking for somebody. Right? But at the end of the day, I still don't think she's ready. But anywho's, man, let me know what you think about, you know, this video and my review in the comments below. If you would like to support my work, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, and we'll be back in here with more videos for y'all. Peace.